Group 1 exercise. Apply each component of the care approach in a 10-minute small group practical exercise consisting of a police detective and FBI agent are conducting a follow-up contact with the parents of a 4-year-old boy who was kidnapped. The child has been missing for 2 weeks. Both parents are emotionally upset because they believe their 4-year-old son is dead. The parents have lost hope and are depressed.
In this exercise, we're going to be applying each component of the CARE program. In this exercise, a police detective and FBI agent are conducting a follow-up contact with the parents of a 4-year-old boy who was kidnapped. The child has been missing for 2 weeks. Both parents are emotionally upset because they believe their 4-year-old son is dead. The parents have lost hope and are depressed. So our first, when we meet with these parents later today, our first concern, of course, is to be compassionate with them.
Absolutely. We need to establish a level of trust and make sure they know that we do feel their pain. We understand what they're going through, and we're going to do everything possible to make sure that they get through it.
Yeah, I think if you have kids, you know, I certainly can bring that in, and I think that will help them feel, you know, realize that, help them realize that if the shoe were on our foot, which isn't that hard for us to imagine, that they might believe our compassion and might be willing to open up a little more to us, and we might be able to capture some details.
Absolutely, and we need to make sure that we give them a sufficient amount of time to express how they're feeling, make sure we're attentive with them, you know, and give them an accurate response and to how we feel that we are on the positive move, and how we can definitely bring their child home.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Sounds like we're on the same page there. And then as far as responsive, again, I think that's where we might really be able to tie in our children to the situation and say, hey, we're really here to help you and in any way. And, you know, we can bring in the Victims Assistance Program and let them know that.
Yeah, get them an advocate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So make sure we have cards with us, and you know, any packet that we can get.
I think I was going to say we can bring some packets or any kind of visual guides that can help them through the process. Give them some little notes, you know, anything that'll bring their mood to a higher level, essentially.
And we want the name of the F&A advocate, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Bring them some phone numbers,
a few good contacts,
some good names.
Hook them up.
In fact, we might. Is it feasible for us to actually bring that person with us so we have them on site?
I don't know. I can certainly call over there and see if they're available. The thing is, I don't want to interfere with the investigation.
Absolutely.
Our primary function there is to again help them to open up, so we can get information maybe that we haven't gotten before, so we can get this case closed.
Okay.
But definitely having them close by, maybe having them there towards the end, so maybe they're coming in as we're leaving. That would be helpful, maybe.
Yeah, because I think the advocate can possibly share more information than we could possibly give.
Definitely.
You know, I mean, unfortunately, we're on the side that doesn't necessarily deal with that, but we're definitely prone to the feelings that they feel, and we're definitely willing to help them in any way that we possibly can.
One concern I have is maybe making sure that we're not overstepping with them in terms of forcing ourselves onto them. I mean, our purpose there is very clear, and we're going to have to maybe get a little bit pushy with them to get them to open up, but mostly I think it's just making sure that they have the resources, and if they don't, then we can provide them with some.
Yeah, definitely know that they're not alone.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can think of that maybe?
You know, I think as long as we're compassionate, attentive, responsive, and eclectic, I think we got it covered.
Sounds like we're there.
Ron and Jerry, in responding to the couple who had their 4-year-old son abducted, they did an admirable job in showing the components of the care approach. The only thing I can echo is to continue to be compassionate, attentive, responsive, and eclectic in any type of contact, either it be the parents of an abduction or even one's fellow co-workers in these types of investigations.